Hi, welcome to Latoya's Lifestyle, and today I have a unboxing for you guys today. I bought a couple of things and I wanted to share with you. My first item is Ultimate Eye Support by Andrew Leisman, I believe. He's on HSN, and I just feel like as we age, even early on in age, when you're aging, I feel like it's important to take precautions early, as early as you can. And I got these yesterday, and I just feel like it's very important to start early with anything, so it won't progress into something later. So whatever age you are, start taking your vitamins and your health serious. So I decided to go with the Ultimate Eye Support. And like I said, I got it from HSN, but he does have his own website. I think it's ProLab or something, but you can check on HSN and pick up some. I'm going to see how it works, but my first day taking them was last night. So I have the 30 capsules, so I'll let you know how that goes. And the next thing I have, which is I'm very excited about because I talked about this for a long time and I never got it. I don't know why, but it's elderberry sea moss, and this is what it looks like. Okay, and the company CST. You can look at it and look it up, but there's many variations of it. It's different, comes in different flavors. You can get the plain, mix it with water. That one says, I believe, and you have to keep it refrigerated. And it says best known for the ability to fight cold and flu symptoms, high in antioxidants, which works for the to boost an immune system, anti-inflammatory properties, and packed with vitamin C. And I think that's just the beginning. I think it's good. It's good for your skin and things like that. And I haven't taken it yet. Oh boy, I forgot. I have to take it. Okay. I'm gonna give you my my true thoughts on what it tastes like. Oh, here we go. And this is so good for you. I've been wanting to do this for so long, and I finally got it. So I'm gonna try to be the type that just takes it, 2 tablespoons in the morning. So let me see. It smells like an elderberry. It smells like cranberry a little bit, like kind of Christmassy, like cinnamon. Because I guess that's what elderberry smells like. I don't know what elderberry, and it's a jelly-like consistency. See, almost like jelly, like what you put on peanut butter and jelly. Okay, here it goes. Let's see. Okay, it tastes like very less than sugar-free jelly.
Let me try it.
Like no sugar, but you can taste the berries, if that makes sense. Like sugar-free. Okay, I'll do it. Anything for health properties, I'll do it. I looked this up online. They have so many different brands. They got cherry, strawberry, pineapple, mango, plain. But this really isn't bad. I would have never thought it tastes like that. But that's what it would taste like. Cranberry sauce, jelly, cinnamon, and like jelly mixed together. Sauce. And it's very flavorless. Like you won't have a problem taking it. Mm-hmm. I won't have a problem taking this at all.
Berries and cinnamon.
Right. And it doesn't have a bad aftertaste, but I heard that it's really good things about sea moss. So I'm going to check it out and see. I think I'm going to take it in the morning.
And that'll be easy to go down in the morning.
Right. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take it in the morning before I start my day. Because I take vitamin D, I take B12. I'm trying to incorporate more vitamins in my regimen. So this will be one that I take before I do anything, and then probably before bed, I'll probably do it like that. Okay, so that's for the elderberry. And I have another unboxing. And this is from Beauty Creations. Beauty Creation. I got some lipstick so I can take this gloss off. Have some gloss. This was a nude gloss, by the way. Now, I'm a lover of red lipstick. I love red. I like nudes and other colors too, but I really do like red lipstick. Let me see if I can get this out. They got it so tight on here. See? Okay, so let's see. This big old box for this. Let me show y'all. Look at this big bag for this little bit of lipstick. People, so look, ain't that something? But anyway, okay. And this is what the tube, Bella Lux. Okay. So let's see. Now this color don't look like what this is the color. It looks more like a maroon, like a burgundy. But I ordered a red, and I hope this. I mean, I like burgundy, but I'm not like a dark lipstick girl. I like more of like the brights.
It's burgundy?
It kind of, look. Let's see how it goes. Now it looks burgundy, but I'll see. Oh, that's pretty. It's a pretty color. Okay, where's mine? Okay, it's very smooth, velvety. Okay, it's definitely not matte, but it's not really glossy either. So that's the color. Very creamy. Very, very, very creamy. So that's all I have. And thank you so much for watching. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. This is Latoya's Lifestyle, and this is my lovely daughter.
Hey y'all, what's up?
And we have a story time for you guys.
Yes, crazy one.
Okay. She decided it was a concert she wanted to go to. And I like the artist too, so we decided to go to this concert, and we went out of town, and we were like looking for hotels and scrambling around town trying to find it. And I went the cheap way out, because I said it's only an hour. I mean, a day, so we don't need to stay somewhere really extravagant. So we went to this hotel, and they had something on where you park your car that said, "We're not responsible for valuables being missing or something." So that was a red flag.
People were breaking into their cars at that hotel.
So I said, no, we're not going that cheap. So my daughter says, "Oh Mom, I saw a hotel on the highway." So I was like, okay, well,
it looked nice on the outside, for the record.
I said, okay, well, show me where the hotel was. So we drove to the hotel, and it looked nice outside. There was really nothing to really worry about, in my opinion. I didn't see anything bad. But when we went to go check in the reception, there was one red flag. At the first one was the receptionist was acting like we wasn't standing there.
We were waiting there for 2 minutes, and then she finally finished her conversation and approached us.
And it was just, to me, like, I just felt like that was so disrespectful, because the conversation that she had with the other employee, she could have finished that once we checked in.
Taken care of, right?
So that was one red flag. And the second red flag was the hotel's elevator.
What was wrong with it?
It just didn't look kept up. And I always base things on elevators that had like writing on it, and I think it had like a drink in the corner on the ground.
It was something in there.
It was definitely,
clean,
and I'm like, okay, I know the elevators aren't going to be perfect, but I just can tell. And then when we got up to go to the room, remember they had washing machines.
Yeah, yeah.
And the washing machine had a beer can. And I was just like, wait a minute. I said, where are we at? So I said, okay, we got to the room.
Some people were living in this hotel.
Yeah, and I'm not going to judge anybody because we all got to do what we got to do. But I started finding out things the more we went to the hotel. So we got the room. The room was nice. It was clean. It wasn't nothing wrong with it. So we went to dinner before the concert.
Which was amazing, by the way.
Yeah, the restaurant, the New Orleans style, it was really good. It had linguine
we
and
had
crab cakes.
Yeah, shrimp Alfredo and crab cakes.
Very nice restaurant. It was really nice. So
it's called
went back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Listen.
It's my mom tapping me because I guess she don't want y'all to know the name of the restaurant. I had to tell him.
So anyway, listen, hey. So we went back to the hotel, and we were supposed to be trying to get ready. So the weather shifted and changed.
It did.
It was already kind of chilly, but then it started raining.
And I was so mad.
And I was dressed. She wasn't. So I'm getting dressed, and I'm thinking, okay, she go? And she says, do you still feel like going? And when she says that, I know she doesn't want to go anymore. So low-key, I was happy. Low-key, I was kind of like, okay, good. Which I really did want to go, but, I wasn't prepared for it. I was already like I think I was kind of like under the weather a little bit. I had like a little cold. So I was like, good, let me get undressed. So I'm unwinding. She's, freshening up. And I kind of hear like a thump.
And tell them
I kind of hear like a.
Because you thought I was playing in the back.
And I said, what you doing in there? And she was like, what do you mean what I'm doing? I'm not doing nothing. I said, girl, what are you doing?
I kept telling her, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm literally just in the bathroom scrolling on my phone. I'm not doing anything.
And so then I said,
and she swore
and I said, turn your phone down. I said, turn your phone down. And I got the remote and I turned the TV down and I was like, something's going on. And all of a sudden I heard like chairs kind of, you can hear chairs moving around and it went from 0 to 100 in a matter of 10 minutes. It was like quiet and peaceful. And what time was it? Like 11?
11, yeah, it was around 11 o'clock.
And it happened so fast. We were kind of like, okay, what's going on? I don't know if it was the next room or 2 or 3 rooms down, but it sounded like it was.
They were close either way.
I don't know where they were, but it was a couple and they were arguing so bad to where I didn't know what was going to happen.
They were arguing all night until the next morning.
It just, the arguing was so bad we couldn't, and I was really, now let's rewind back. Before this, we forgot another important factor in this situation.
What?
I was dozing off once I changed clothes. I was going to sleep.
Right, this was before the fight.
My daughter says, Mom, somebody's at the door.
Yo,
and I pop up. Scared. I'm like, and thank God she put the latch. They have the little latch you can put so if somebody opens it, they can't come in. Thank God she put the latch on the door. So
thank God the hotel had one.
This lady, woman, whoever she is, she's standing at the door. What did she say?
Trying to get in, saying that it was her room and front desk sent her.
And somebody checked out and they weren't supposed to be there.
So we're not supposed to be in the room.
And I'm just looking at her. I was like, ma'am, this is my room. I said, this is my room. Like, we just got this room. And she just kind of.
And she tried to argue with us for about 2 minutes.
And she tried to say something. She tried to say something. And then I just got up and like shut the door and and then she kind of looked back at me like, and I'm like, okay. My heart was like, it was beating 100 miles an hour because it caught me off guard because I was drifting off.
Yeah,
and I had just fell asleep. And when my daughter said, Mom, somebody's at the door, I was like, what? Wait a minute. It was already like 11. So after that was when the
fighting began.
The ruckus started. And when I tell you guys, things don't really kind of get to me. But that right there really got to me because it was just so what's the word I'm looking for? It was just so like
And honestly,
loud and
it was
like
very disturbing.
it was scary because it's like the lady was screaming to the
And
top
it's
of
what
her
they
lungs.
were arguing about. Like the topic of the argument is what was. I'm not gonna tell them what was said, but what they were arguing about, like you could lose your life over something like this. Like it was a very extreme.
It was very scary, and before I knew it, I just was like, let's get on the ground.
Yeah.
I told my daughter, I say, get on the ground because.
And honestly, guys, I didn't even want to get on the ground
And
at the hotel.
and hey, I don't want to.
So I was like grabbing sheets from the
I don't want to get on no hotel floor at all. But I just felt like in case some shots would have started coming,
it was the safest decision.
The best decision would have been either in the tub, but then I couldn't go in the bathroom because
That's
maybe
where the noise
was really coming from the bathroom. So we just grabbed the sheets off the hotel bed and just put it on the ground, and we laid there, and we were really in disbelief looking at
we were just looking at each other like speechless, like,
and
is this really happening right
didn't know if I wanted. And I told my daughter, I said, let's go. But by that time it was like getting later, and I was like, okay.
And I told my mom, I was like, let's go. Like, why would we go in the middle of all of this ruckus? Like, no, we need to stay put and just stay, because we live in the next city, which is an hour away. Who wants to be riding back home 2 a.m. for an hour?
Right. And then I just didn't think it would be safe, because if we would have had to pack up all our stuff, walk in and out and we would have had to pass them where the commotion was. So we just decided to stay, and it got worse. It was like it was like I felt like chairs were being thrown into the wall, like bodies was being pushed into
heard people moving
It was
around.
like, it was graphic. It was bad. I was like so petrified. I just couldn't believe it was happening. I thought I was in the Twilight Zone. Like, and I was looking at my door like, what in the hell are we gonna do? And I was thinking, okay, maybe we should call front desk. But then I said no, because I just didn't, I don't know why, but I just didn't call them, because I didn't want them coming to my room like, oh, hey, where did you say this noise was coming from?
You could tell it was one of those hotels where things like this happen all the time.
Right.
So calling front desk is going to do nothing.
Yeah, it wouldn't have did anything. And then I thought, okay, but where's the security? Like, do they have security guards? When I tell you nobody came, and this went from 11 to
like 5 in the morning.
It was, but then when maybe 4 or 5-ish, it kind of went down. It kind of declined. So that's when I woke my daughter up. I said, get in the bed. So we both got in the bed. And then 6 o'clock came, because they must have fell asleep. They must have, because it was like 3 hours that I remember getting sleep. It was only 3 hours, and then 6 o'clock came, housekeeping came. You heard all the housekeepers. The birds was chirping, the sun was shining.
I feel like I kind of heard them going at it in the morning a little bit.
They were.
But then it died down.
They started again maybe like 4-ish or 5, but it wasn't as bad. Then they must have fell asleep. And then I'm like, okay, where was all the housekeepers and stuff? Like, it was just such a different, the morning was different. It was like, okay, this is a nice little hotel, but night was, so it's just, my thing to you all is, don't go the cheap way out. I mean, even if you have to pay an extra, what, 50, 80 for your piece of sanity, just pay that money, because I wasn't really trying to be cheap. It was just like, okay, we're here for one day. We don't have to really,
And it was like, it was a decent hotel.
And it wasn't
like a low barrel. Like,
no, it was just the people that really was there.
Yeah.
And that's really what made it bad. But
I thought it would have been good for one night, but
yeah, it would have been. It definitely would have been good for one night if that wouldn't have happened.
Or if we were just like in a different part of the hotel, because everything else was pretty much quiet. It was
right.
a lot of families
it was a lot of families, and it was pretty quiet. But so that's just pretty much what I have. Just don't go the cheap way out. Just spend that extra for safety reasons, and you can be comfortable and can sleep, because but that can really happen anywhere.
It can.
It can. That's not. And another thing that happened to me some years ago, I went to Atlanta solo trip, and I had just gotten to my room, and I was getting ready to go. I think it was a Huddle House right at the corner of the hotel. So I say, okay, well, let me put my bags down, freshen up, get ready to go. And as I'm turning around, walking to the room, the door opens. I hear a key jiggling. I'm just like a deer in the headlight. Like, the door opens, this guy standing at the door. I was like,
I would have been petrified.
I really just stood there like, I mean, because what could I have done? I'm just,
I know, like, you're in shock at
I
that
mean, I
moment.
was
It's
really in
like,
shock standing looking at him like, and he was like, this your room? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, well, they gave me this room. And I was like, well, I just checked in here. I just got this room. And he said, well, I know you don't want me to stay in this room. And I was like,
You
no,
right,
I don't.
Right.
And thank God he was a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
And
that could have been different.
And he didn't have any ill intent. Just thank God it happened to be that he was like a decent young man. And he just walked out. But these people make mistakes too at hotels. It's
They
like
do.
mistakes happen.
They double book rooms all the time.
And it's just like, things happen, but that's just the story. So
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for this rambling we've done. But thanks a lot for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much.